we're going to jump into it. It's a pretty exciting topic today, but it is involved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the chat, as always, open on my other screen. If you guys have questions, just leave them in the chat. If it's something that's like very pertinent to what's happening in the moment, take yourself off mute, interrupt, and we'll work through it. But without further ado, I'm going to share my screen and jump right into this. So everyone can see my screen, your name and lights. Yep, I got a thumbs up from the screen over there. All right, so what we're going to talk about today is getting your name, your brand, your message onto platforms like Inc. 500, Forbes, Real Estate Business Magazine was one that I got into recently, and a whole bunch of like brand publications that will really help to bolster your credibility in the market. Now, right off the bat, you probably have had somebody pitch you it where they're like, we'll get you featured in Forbes for like $2,000 or whatever that might be. I'm going to show you how you do it for free. And then, you can at least decide effort versus investment. But I can tell you it doesn't take that long. It's not that hard. It's just a numbers game. So I'm not going to go into qualifying who I am. I think most people on this conversation know that by now. You've heard my voice, maybe not in this like deep radio host type voice, but we'll get moving here. So why do we want this? Obviously, it boosts our brand credibility and our authority. When people see that you're being featured on big media sites, it generally will elevate your status as a trusted real estate expert. The the media article itself acts as an endorsement, right? And it's not coming from someone who was super happy with your services. It's not coming from a friend or a colleague. It's coming from what is seen as a completely third-party endorsement. So the boost to your credibility in the eyes of your potential clients is much more significant. Okay. And last, people will obviously view you as more reliable and knowledgeable compared to your competitors. Because if Andrea and myself are representing the same market, we both buy and sell houses, we might have a slightly different slant on how we do things. But let's say Andrea has been featured in, 5 different publications and she's been talking about it and meeting with interviewers and stuff like that. She's going to win over that. So what I want to do today is show you how you can get to that point. Obviously, there's an enhanced network and lead gen opportunity. These platforms generally have significantly large audiences that you would otherwise not have a chance to reach. And the visibility expands beyond your current network and increases your brand presence, and obviously leads to more business inquiries and opportunities. Boom. So the other thing that it does, built-in social content. Every time you pitch an article, and I'm going to show you what that means, it instantly becomes a long form or a short form social content that you can share to your network. This is where you become known for being a contributor to big media brands. Now, notice that I said contributor, not necessarily to a publisher, right? If you make a pitch to a brand, you have an opportunity to make content out of that and also say that you contributed to this brand. And I'm going to show you how to do it at the end of the presentation as we kind of break it down. One thing that's becoming increasingly important is search AI is becoming a much bigger thing. So they're moving away from, Google search, like where you manually go in and search, and people are just going, hey Siri, who's the best real estate agent in Ottawa? Oh, sorry, I got to turn my Siri off. Um, exactly like that. And it actually popped up with Metro City. So that's great. What AI does is it's actually going to go out through all the networks and it's going to browse through all of the media articles, pull all that in, and then give someone a direct answer as to why they think a potential person is the best realtor in Ottawa or in your city. And being published in more publications is obviously going to help that. Okay. So I kind of wanted to give you the why this is worth the investment. And now what I want to do is show you how to do this, right? From a time standpoint. And I was going to show you mine, but when I went in, I realized that a lot of my dashboard is grandfathered in. I've been doing this for years and years. So we're actually going to do one live. And thankfully, we have someone on the call who was able to step bravely forward and help in. So what you're going to do is go to connectively.us. Okay. Or just look connectively on Google. Actually, I'm going to go sign up. So join now. First name, Andrea. Last name, I have no idea how to spell your last name. Type her out in the chat there and we'll fill it.
Olivieri. Olivi. Olivieri, like the pasta brand.
Did you say like the pasta? That's awesome.
The pasta brand, yeah.
Fair enough. So first name, last name, email, you agree to their privacy policy and you click get started. Now Andrea's going to go into her email and she's going to click the verify link or send it to me in the chat so I can click it. There's going to be a little bit of elevator music I should have had queued up ready to go here. If you can just drop the link in the chat, that would be amazing. And just click on it and log in directly.
Hold on, I got it. So you want me to send you the link? I'll send you.
Yeah, and then.
Yep. Because then I can just put it right in and log right in.
I put hello. Okay, but that's to set up the password, no?
I'll set it up to what we talked about already.
Did you send it?
Yeah, I just sent it. It just says, title. There it is.
Oops.
It's coming, it's coming.
Sounds good. Where are you sending it to?
Pat,
There we go. Whew.
there
Look
it
at
is.
That is a link and a half. Okay. I'm going to set up a password that we already talked about. Oopsies. Then you're going to pick a security question, being an awesome realtor. So your first medal ever was for being an awesome realtor, just so you know. You comfortable with that? I'm going to take a little screenshot for you.
Yeah, love it.
Okay. So now you're going to come to a page with this. You're obviously not a journalist. You're a subject matter expert. You're going to click on that. You're going to go continue. And then they're going to say, okay, so this is an update from what this is. Doesn't matter. Just click get started. And then you're going to go out and you're going to fill out your profile. Okay. So you're going to come in. You're going to say, I'm a realtor. Your location is Canada, www.metrocitypropertygroup.com. This is my awesome bio. You're going to be able to change this later. Don't worry. Topics. You can go real estate. You can go outdoor. Let's say you really love cooking. This is just to give the system an idea of kind of who you are, what you like to do. Go through all the lists. So click browse all topics. It's going to show you everything. You know, if you're a luxury person like I know Andrea is, affluent lifestyle, you're going to go in and just pick as much as you want out of this list. Okay. And then you're going to go save and continue. I'm just going to do real estate for now. You do not need to pay for this service. Okay. All that means is that each month you can pitch to 10 different media outlets. Okay. And you're going to see that that should be more than enough initially. As you get into the vibe of things, you can get up to 25. I think right now I'm on the $50 plan, but the free one will work. Okay. So you select plan. You're going to skip, take me to the app. And this is what the dashboard looks like. So to give you an idea of the workflow and how things get to where they are, there is a reporter that wakes up on any given day and says, I have a question about, let's look up real estate, see what's there. Pre-foreclosure leads in your marketing strategy, right? So this obviously is not going to be huge for getting clients, but this is where the SEO and the search AI component come in. The more you are featured in various media outlets, the more Google knows to push your name more. Okay. This one might be more appropriate. So CTW Features has come out and said, we need experts in the most expensive markets to move to now. So if you were a Canadian realtor, you might look to Vancouver, you might look for Toronto, Ottawa's getting up there, and Montreal, right? So let's say I want to contribute to this one. So it's going to come in and it's going to show me exactly what they're looking to do. Okay, so hello, I'm writing an article this week for CTW Features, Real Estate Weekly, a nationally syndicated section published weekly in newspapers across the country. So a syndication is a network of news outlets. Okay. I'm looking to interview realtors, real estate agents, personal finance experts, and other experts for the following story. So this is how you qualify it. Are you a real estate agent? Yes. Good. Keep going. Where are the most expensive markets to move to right now? This story will provide analysis and recommendations from experts on the most expensive markets to consider moving to and buying a home in. So this is exactly what they're looking for. And now they're going to tell you what they need. I can only accept written responses in full sentences that they can use as quotes via email to the following questions. So here are the questions, and she's going to tell you her deadline. Friday, October 11th. Please contact me if you'd like to participate, but only if you are a US-based professional working in this field who has expertise. So you can see right away that all of the inquiries are very specific about who they're looking for, right? I don't know if we have any American colleagues on this call, but maybe this won't be the best one. But again, just for the purposes of checking this out, right? Currently, what are the 5 to 10 most expensive markets to consider moving to and purchasing a home? Of those 5 to 10 costly markets, which of the two impress you the most and would recommend moving to? So what you would do is you'd say, do I want to contribute to this? If the answer is yes, you click pitch. And I'm not going to do it because it's going to show up. It's going to take one of Andrea's pitches away, but I would pitch it. And the next screen gives me a little email form that says exactly what they're looking for. And I'm going to show you how to structure your response to increase the likelihood of them actually using you. Okay. So that is what an inquiry looks like. And this would get you featured. So a syndication is likely anywhere from 100 to 150 websites that are all going to be feeding back to this site that will feed back to you. So when you think about SEO, which is search engine optimization, think of it as like a little web that a spider's created, and you are at the center of the web. The more kind of intricacies that you can build around it, the stronger the center becomes, right? I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to Australia, but there are spiders that literally catch like big birds in their nests because they're built so tightly wound around the middle. Okay, so think about SEO like that. Any questions about that? I know that was a lot of info. So I want to do a quick check-in. And I'm going to use this check-in time to cough.
Mike, have you so you send as many as you can, I guess. Like now you have a 50 allowance, like 50 pitches. So does that mean you're competing with other people when you submit this?
Mm-hmm. So these go out to anyone who has signed up for this. And you'll generally have, a good number of people.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you're going through this, right?
Mhm.
Looking for homeowners and real estate investors, which one? This one, maximizing property value, insights into home improvements and buyer preferences. So let's say we click on that. Are you a real estate agent? We are surveying what factors improve the value of the house. I am fairly certain that if everyone in here is following a lot of the training, you already have a handout or something that you give to sellers or part of your seller listing presentation that talks about improving the value of a house, right? This is what they're asking for. You go to the Google Sheet and then you fill it out. There's 13 option-based questions, and then you submit it. When people submit for anonymous news outlets, that generally means it's the big guys. So that's where you're looking at Forbes, Inc. 500, Zillow has a magazine, Haven, like really big news outlets. So I generally will submit as much as I can to this. Oh, you know what? Let's just do it. We have some time. Here we are. Let's do it. We're going to do it for Andrea if you're okay with that.
Sure.
Did I spell that right?
Yes.
How many years experience do you have in real estate?
1 to 4.
1 to 4. Email address. Andrea, do you have a URL to your headshot?
Just a company one, Metro City.
Andrea? Nope. Okay.
No.
I'm going to go find that.
It's in the agent.
And for
And for
those who
those
don't
who don't
know,
know,
we
we
have
have
our
our amazing website here.
I look a little different now.
Yeah, we all do. All right. So there's your headshot. Okay. Let's all have we can all join in on this one. What home improvements yield the highest return on investment when selling a property? Kitchen remodel, bathroom remodel, adding square footage, landscape, curb appeal, roof replacement, new windows or doors, deck, patio, finished basement. Let me know in the chat what you think your top 3 are.
Landscaping.
Okay, landscaping,
Yeah. Bathroom, kitchen.
bathroom, kitchen. That probably should be the standard, but let's see if anyone else has some different opinions on that. We have some time, so we can have a discussion. If you guys feel otherwise, feel free to take off chat and go. Or do we all agree?
I agree. I was going to say the exact same thing. Sorry, I'm driving, so I'm not allowed to chat.
It's all good. Pro Max 14 bitches. We got this. All right. What are the best renovations to increase property value in a competitive real estate market? Open floor plan, kitchen renovation, bathroom, curb appeal improvements, modernizing the home, smart features, and energy efficiency. Excuse me.
It's renovations.
Curb appeal. I think curb appeal, right? You got your first impression. That's probably the best thing.
Mhm.
Let's pick 3 again. Awfully quiet. No one knows, or you just don't want to contribute. Modernizing. Okay.
Is it the same question?
So what home improvements yield the highest return on investment when
Okay.
selling a property, right?
And
So
the-
that when you look at a kitchen that does, a dollar invested gives you back, $1.30, right? That's the return on investment. This is what renovations increase the property value in a competitive real estate market.
Yeah, curb appeal. I say modernizing the home's interior.
Okay.
Energy efficiency.
All right. Let's do something different then. So modernizing and energy efficiency, right? Because if you have a smart home or something like that, some added features. Which energy efficiency improvements are most attractive to potential buyers? Energy efficient windows and doors, solar panels, insulation, Energy Star appliances, LED lighting, high efficiency HVAC, smart thermostat, and tankless water heaters.
Around here, and it's not an option, but around here, a lot of chatter is about heat pumps.
Okay. So high efficiency HVAC system.
Well, I guess so, yeah.
I think that makes sense. I think people nerd out about solar panels.
Yep.
And when you think about windows, right? Like, 30-year
Windows,
lifespan
yeah.
is a good one, right?
Windows and doors. Windows and doors.
Okay. What impact do smart home features have on the sale price of a home? I'd say they slightly increase it. I wouldn't say they
Slightly.
significantly is probably off the table. What does a kitchen remodel typically increase the value of a home? Here's a funny one, right? So let's say we have, a $500,000 house that does, a $30,000 upgrade. Is that going to get another 50,000 out of the home?
I think so.
I'd say that's probably accurate.
Yep.
10 to 15. Okay. What are the most cost-effective home repairs that increase a property's appeal for buyers? We all know fresh paint is definitely one of them. Landscape yard cleanup. Those are pretty cost-effective.
Cleaning the interior of the house.
Cleaning is not an option.
Uplighting,
Oh, dirty
light fixtures.
homes. Dirty homes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say light fixtures.
All right.
Yes.
Updating light fixtures. Should
Getting
real
away
estate,
from the booby lights.
that's it. You got to get rid of the ceiling nipples. Should real estate investors consider a full kitchen renovation or a minor update to maximize returns? Now, it's always important to read the question. We're talking about real estate investors to maximize returns. So is it a full kitchen reno or is it a minor update?
For investors, it'd be a minor update to maximize the return.
I would agree with that. And it may depend on property type and location. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the expected return on
loaded.
investment for upgraded? They're all loaded questions because they want you to be able to stand out under the gun, right? What
Yeah.
is the expected in return on investment for upgrading a kitchen appliance?
I think that makes a big difference.
You think?
I think so. No significant?
I would say either less
Say
than
less than
50% or no
50%.
significant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say less than 50.
What are key features buyers look for in a remodeled kitchen? Modern appliances, open layout, high quality countertops, ample storage and cabinet, modern lighting, large kitchen island, contemporary backsplash, energy efficiency.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Key features. I think Mary's right. I think open and a large kitchen island kind of as a centerpiece makes sense.
Everything granite.
And good
close.
lighting.
Where's good lighting here? Modern lighting fixtures.
Yeah.
Is it worth investing in high-end finishings for a remodel in a mid-range property?
No.
I think that should be unanimous. How does a bathroom remodel affect the overall property value of a property?
Positively.
Significantly, moderate, or minor?
Moderately.
Moderately, or no impact?
Moderately.
Okay. How does adding a bathroom impact the value? Significant, moderate, minor, no change, or depends on the size of the home?
Depends on the size of the home.
Yep.
If you've
Is
got
it-
3 bathrooms already, the 4th isn't really going to do much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless you have like 9 kids. Is it
Yeah.
possible to upgrade the master bathroom or add a second bathroom to increase the property value? So is it better to upgrade the master bathroom or add a second bathroom to increase the value?
Add a second.
I think add a second and depends on the home size and the existing layout are probably 2 answers.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this one, while it's really good that we're going to submit for Andrea and, hopefully get her a feature here, this is less common than the typical one. So other thoughts or comments is essentially your conclusion, right? So what you would end up doing, and we'll talk about this in the next couple slides as we come back to it, is you'd say, something to the extent of thank you for your time and consideration on my contribution to your article. Should you have any additional questions or seek clarification on any of these points, please do not hesitate to reach out. I am happy to discuss further. Cell. What's your cell phone?
613-282-9898.
Email. Andrea at metrocitypg.com. Boom. There you go. So again, that is not a typical one, but the nice part is I didn't have to use up her, I didn't have to use up a pitch doing that. So that's why I wanted to take advantage of that. So coming back, we'll look at one more. Here, what is affordable housing and why is it working? Why is it important? Hello, I'm writing an article. So it seems it's the same person for the CTW. So it's probably going to be a US based realtor, right? So no one here. But to give you an idea, again, here's the introduction. Here's the questions. Here's the more specific details that they want. And here's your deadline. You click pitch and you go and you submit it. Does anyone have questions about this dashboard while I'm on the dashboard? Because I'm going to go back to our slides in a second.
So you
No,
can,
but I have to run. So thank you for your time, but I have to take off.
Thank you, Promax.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
on the pitches tab, you can see, I guess, when everything that you have submitted, and then okay, I can see the status. So if it's like, if they read it, or if it's being considered, or if it's declined or whatnot.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Okay.
So it'll be a green if it's accepted, I believe orange if it's not accepted, and then gray out is like pending.
Yep.
Okay. So, and then for Andrea's purposes, obviously, you go to your settings, fill out your account details the way you want it. Obviously, you're not just going to leave it the way I did it. Now, let's say you go in and on any given day, go real estate, and for whatever reason, there's nothing here. Okay. You are, by definition, real estate agents, but that doesn't mean that you're not human and have other interests and hobbies and stuff like that. So let's say you're super passionate about the outdoors, right? Or building backyards or whatever this might be, right? When you guys are looking at kind of peripheral topics, keep in mind that as long as you have a hobby or an interest in that, you technically are a subject matter expert, right? For me, I've actually, I really like whiskey, and there's been a lot of whiskey ones on here. I wonder if there's any right now. So this is the Booze Makers. I was featured in that one like 2.5 years ago. And what I essentially pitch is like the best gift you can get a guy at Christmas is like a good bottle of whiskey. And I kind of went on a story as to why I thought that way. And, here were some ideas that you could actually use, right? So what I want you to keep in mind is that while real estate is generally going to be the first one you look for, you can start to find other peripheral options that you could then contribute to. Okay. And that could go as, fashion, right? Could go lifestyle. Let's say you were a dating coach in your past life, but now you're a realtor. Realtors come from literally every background. So use that background. If you're a nurse or a firefighter or whatever that might be, find things that you can contribute to, because how this will look is you'll submit to it and you'll say, this is my job. I'm a real estate agent, but I'm wicked passionate about XYZ topic. And this is my experience in XYZ topic. If you can get your name on those websites, it shows to the algorithm on Google that you're a fairly well-rounded person. And the more people see your name out there, the better it is. Okay. Anyone want to throw a couple of like tests this way to see what pops up? What are y'all interested in?
Food.
I love me some food. Right? So, here's another option. Maybe one of your clients is a coffee shop owner, right? That's an opportunity where you can say, I'm a realtor, but I was talking with one of my clients who owns XYZ coffee shop in, the Glebe or whatever. And this is what they said about, these points that you made, right? So, maybe you have a pharmacist client, maybe you have, really anything could come up. So food was one of them. Animals, animal. That's an odd one to pop up for animal, but that's okay. Not everything gets classified as it should, but animals are not egg-free pastas. Travel, right? Best luggage types, advent calendars, cannabis tourism. Maybe that's your thing.
Is there anything city specific? Like if you wanted to do like Ottawa?
Generally not.
Okay, we're not that popular. Oh no, Toronto's not.
No, it's generally like when you think about it, like even if you did big cities, right? Like there's going to be very few things. Keeping in mind that when a big media company like Forbes highlights a very specific niche city, it narrows their audience, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to keep it fairly broad, right? Maybe you were a veteran. Did I spell that right? Veteran? Oh, that's a vet. So anyway, we're kind of doing this live and it's kind of going off the rails now, but real estate has lots of options. So go in, look at the dates and submit. And here's the thing. You could probably share this with your team. I know that a few of my team members are on this right now. Everyone should do it. The more people that contribute to it, the better, because it'll just serve to build the team overall, which will mean more leads, more SEO, all that good stuff. Okay. So that is, I was going to say Haro because that's what I'm used to calling it, but it's Connectively. Any other questions while we're on here? Otherwise, I'm going back to the slides. I'm going to take your silence as acquiescence. So now let's look at the pitch structure, because I think it's super important that if you're going to pitch, you don't want to waste it, right? So I generally have kind of a stock intro, and it's, hello, name of reporter, Mike here with Metro City Property Group in Ottawa, right? You want to be very clear about who you are, why you're reaching out. Your inquiry stood out to me, and I know your article would benefit from this information. As a trusted and high-performing realtor in Ottawa, and then you justify why you feel your contribution is going to be valuable. You're essentially trying to tell them why they should read. Okay. Yes, Mary, it's going to be available afterwards. Make sure you're on our list and you'll get the replay. So super simple introduction. We want to keep that pretty straightforward. And then you get into the body. So think of the section as, a brief synopsis of the following content, right? What does this person expect to learn by actually continuing on in your email? You're going to add a listicle and just elaborate on each point. So very similar to, here's the question, here's the answer, and then elaborate on that answer. Okay. You want to make sure that each word that you use hits the criteria that they are looking for in the inquiry. You want to back it with real life examples if possible. If you have proprietary ownership of relevant pictures, send that in if possible. And please don't ever use AI. They use a copywriting software called Copyscape, and they will know instantly if it's AI, and you will be banned. They will not let you on the Connectively platform. Do not use AI. If you are going to use AI, use it only to get an idea of what you might be missing or, what you should talk about. Okay.
What if, because sometimes I do this, I'll write whatever article, email, and then I just put it in ChatGPT to correct my grammar. and
As soon as AI touches it, they're gonna be able to tell.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
So if you need grammar review, find someone that you trust to review it and have them review it.
Okay.
Yeah. As soon as AI touches it, they're gonna know. Copyscape is a pretty advanced property. They can show you everything. It's quiet here. What? All right. Anyway, conclusion. this is kind of what we wrote on the this is what we wrote on the Google sheet. So you always want to thank them for their time and their consideration. Always provide your direct contact, provide them anything else they ask for, like a headshot, website URL, whatever that might be, and offer a phone call or an email exchange if they want more information on the topic. And the last point is obviously a professional, but relevant goodbye. And I say relevant because most people would be like, you know, warmest regards, sincerely, whatever. The only reason I added in relevant is because about a year ago, I had submitted something for a client, and it was specifically with yoga. And rather than saying like goodbye, we said namaste, right? And they're like, "Oh my God, that was great." I'm like, really? Okay, whatever. Make sure it's relevant. You don't want to end it and be like, "Peace out, suckers." You want to make sure it's respectful, professional, but relevant. Okay. And that, my friends, is the end. Any questions now that we're all face to face and back at it? Any questions from anyone on here? Feel free to take yourself off mute and let's jam out. We got 8 minutes.
I think it's a fantastic tool. It's
It-
awesome, really. I'm glad I'm here.
Good. It
Okay.
is. And it honestly takes 10 minutes to run through the list to see if there's anything that fits. And then then you're done.
Fantastic. I'm not
Yeah.
sure I'm on your list though, so I wrote my email in the chat.
Okay. Aveen can take note of the 2 emails there and make sure that you guys get the replays. I'm just going to post them again. I think Aveen is still here. Excuse me. Awesome. I sent you the other one, Aveen. Thank you so much. Yeah, so that's Connectively. And, you know, I don't personally see why anyone would have to pay to get featured in these articles. I will tell you with absolute clarity, when I was a marketing and PR consultant, I charged people and then I would go do this. So it's not that it's, you know, those people who charge you are not doing anything special other than they've made connections through this platform and, you know, kind of grease the reporter a little bit for a separate article on their own. But this is free. Only takes 10 minutes to do it. Let's go.
And may I ask the reason you're paying the upgrade then? To
It
get
just
more?
it allows me to pitch more because I'm now at a point where I can write them fairly quickly and I can identify which ones I want to do and why I want to do them. And for me, I just do more than 10 a month. 10 a month.
10 a month. Okay.
10 a month is the free one.
Well, thank you.
My pleasure. Anyone else? Questions? Otherwise, we're shutting her down. Another successful week wrapped up. And Andrea has her very own platform ready to go and go pitch people.
Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. I'm
Thank
gonna shut it
you.
down.